Hello and thank you for pressing play on the latest episode of the Women's Rugby Show. Can you believe it? This is our 8th episode. We've gone through a whole pack to get to where we are today. Now, whether you know me or whether you don't, doesn't really matter because my name's going across the bottom of the screen. But yes, I'm Adam, and standing next to me is my partner in crime for this episode, Siobhan McCall. Now, we're the ones that's going to be taking you through this rugby journey in today's episode, bringing you tons of content from the women's game. Siobhan, how are you doing?
I'm good. We had an amazing time at Twickenham last week, didn't we?
Absolutely.
Braved the weather. The weather today is a lot nicer, so we're already off to a good start. As you can see behind us, we are back at the Tyrrell Premier 15s game, Harlequins against DMP Sharks. And how exciting to have the Tyrrell Premier 15s back.
It's been unbelievable. It feels like it's been like a billion years since the
really
last league. I thought my hair was going to grow back by the time the league started again.
That one wasn't going to happen. Sorry, Adam. Anyway, we are, as we said, we're so excited to be back here today, and such an important time in the season as well. We are into the final 2 games, and of course only the top 4 can go into the semi-final playoffs.
That's right, yeah, we're here today at Harlequins Ladies, as Siobhan, you said, and Harlequins are pretty much guaranteed a place in the playoffs, in the semi-final playoffs. They will be finishing definitely in the top 3, potentially in the top 2. They're facing off against the Darlington Moden Park Sharks. Now, they definitely aren't going to be in the playoff positions. They're currently sitting 3rd from bottom in the Tyrrell Premier 15s. And I guess that means that for Harlequins, it's not going to be a case of if they win today, but by how many.
No, exactly. And they're going to want to get that home game in the semi-final. So that'll be really important game for them today. I'm wearing my DMP Sharks colours, as you can see, because I'm going to be previewing them later on. But before all that, we have 4 little requests of you. Firstly, if you enjoy this video, please make sure you like it. And then make sure, if you haven't already, and I'm sure you have, if you haven't, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us across social media. The links are below at the moment of all our accounts, so make sure you do that. And finally, and of course most importantly, tell everyone you know about the Women's Rugby Show.
Cool, brilliant, well done. So that's that. Should we preview the game?
Yes,
let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you said, you are dressed in your DMP colours, so I guess that means I'll be taking Quins. So, right, let's look at Quins. The facts are there, they're not going to lie. Quins are 2nd in the table. They are within touching distance of finishing 2nd and reaching that semi-final, those playoffs. I guess for them, looking at their last 7 games, they've only lost 1 of those matches, and that was against Saracens. We were there for that game. If you haven't seen that episode, go back and check it out. That was a last-minute agonising try they conceded against Sarries. That's the only game they've lost in 7. They've scored almost 300 points in that time. Their last game was quite a tight game. It was a 17-13 win against Wasps, and it actually could have been a different story if Wasps hadn't knocked on in the last few minutes. So we know that Quins can hurt anyone across the park, but they do have the potential to maybe drop a little bit if certain situations call for it. Looking at their squad, they have got talent across the park.
Yeah.
There isn't any Jess Breach today. So she was England's top try scorer in the 2019 Women's Six Nations, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Darlington Moden Park Sharks should be more worried about Heather Cowell on the other wing. She's their top try scorer, and she can be a threat wherever she is on the pitch. Elsewhere, I mean, Quins have got pace, they've got power. Look out for Davinia Catlin. She is a human highlight reel of hits. She hits hard, she hits fast, and she will be doing a lot of that today. But really, if I was a Sharks player, I'd be pretty worried about today's game. They've got so much talent, they can even afford to put England international on their bench today. They've also got
Confident call that,
exactly, and they've got the likes of Holly J. Myers that they can call on later in the match as well. So really, there's just too much for Sharks. And what I would say, for today's match, there is potential that Quins could slip a little bit further down the table. At the same time this game's going on, Loughborough are playing Sarries. Now, Loughborough, right, exactly. So, and Loughborough at home as well. Okay. So, if Loughborough beat Sarries and Quins don't win here today, then the 2 are going to switch positions in the table. So, yeah, whatever happens, Quins are going to want to make sure they win today.
Yes, such an important game for them. Not quite as important for the Sharks, so it could have a say in where they finish. They're currently 8th. That is the highest that they can finish. The lowest they can do is 2nd bottom. So they've got 2 games left. They're both away, obviously here today at Surrey Sports Park against Quins, and then they've got Worcester Valkyries on the final day. So as I said, they haven't got huge amounts to play for, but their supporters are here. They want to see their team, and they did get a really good result recently against Bristol Bears. Beat them. Well, they've won 2 of their last 7, so it's mixed form. In fact, they've scored the lowest number of points in the season so far, and obviously a bit of a contrast to Quins. Loads of positives to say about Quins, as Adam kindly did for us. But what about the positives about the Sharks? Well, they've got a good attacking threat. They've got Egami and Coco. You've seen her play? Yes. Tell us a bit more when you went to go and see her play.
Well, she's a threat. She has got bags of pace. So we saw, if you haven't seen that episode, go check it out. We saw her nick a try against Wasp, run pretty much the length of the field to score. So definitely she's a threat.
There's one player that everyone is going to be looking out for the Sharks today, and that is Tyrrell Premier. She's had such a historic week. Do you know why that is, Adam? It is because she has become the first women's rugby player to be given a testimonial. How amazing is that?
That's fantastic.
So again, it's another massive step in the sport, but she deserves it. 115 caps for the Red Roses, 4 World Cups. There's not many that deserve it more than her.
Absolutely, and she starts today.
She certainly does, yes.
In the second row.
So hopefully we'll be able to bring you lots of highlights from the game for her. The last time these 2 sides met, Quins won 35-10, so it was comfortable, but it wasn't completely over.
No.
Does that give a bit of a chance there?
I don't think it's too much hope, to be honest. I think this is going to be an absolute annihilation.
You say this about every game, though.
I do, yeah,
right.
that's true. I was right about the England game. No, I think we know from Quins that they're going to come out of the blocks flying. They've got a lot of pace, they've got a lot of power, and they've got a lot of threats around the park. But as we've said before, we've seen them here a couple of times where they've raced ahead. They've been really prolific in the first half, and the second half they kind of bit. So if Sharks are going to get anything, it will probably be in the second half, but it will be too much.
Yeah, surely too much. I'm riding on this game. As I said before, they want that home game in the semi-finals. They want to finish as high as possible, get them in really good momentum. I'm going to go with you. I think it's going to be a Quins win, and I think it might be a bit of a long journey back to the northeast for the Sharks fans, but I hope not.
Ouch, definitely. Right, so that's enough from us. I'd like to know what the fans think. What do you reckon?
I certainly do. Let's go and see what you have to say.
Let's go.
Right, I found some fans already. I found some Sharks fans, although one of them has a bit of a divided loyalty. She's going to tell me why now. Abigail, hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Yes, good, thank you. Not too bad. So you're here today at Surrey Sports Park, and you've got a reason for supporting the Sharks, haven't you?
Yes, so family loyalties, I'm afraid. So my sister plays for the Sharks, but I'm also at Surrey Uni, so Harlequins are a bit of a close one as well, so it's kind of a difficult one to choose, but I think probably family has to come first, I suppose.
It certainly does. But how do you think the game's going to go today?
It could go either way. I know that my sister knows that there's quite a few international players playing for both teams, so I'm not really sure how it's going to go. But you know,
you're keeping neutral with your two loyalties. And what do you love most about women's rugby? Is it the family loyalty?
Yeah, I guess it's quite a big thing in our family, really. It always has been. My dad played rugby when he was younger as well, so just family, really.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for your time, and either way you're going to be happy with the results.
Exactly.
So enjoy. The family all enjoy. Thank you. I'm joined here by Katrina and Josephine, and they've got a special reason for being at Surrey Sports Park today. Tell me why you are here.
Because we're supporting Leanne because she coaches us for rugby.
Oh, amazing. So you're returning the favour now. She usually watches over you and you're watching her.
Yeah.
What sort of coach is she like?
She's a good one.
Yeah. You're learning from the very best, aren't you? How do you think the game's going to go today? Do you think Leanne's going to have a good game?
Yeah, because she's a good rugby player. Well, it could go wrong, but it's probably not going to.
No. Can you give me a score prediction?
It probably will go right. Okay.
How many do you think? What do you think the score's going to be?
50? 100?
Oh,
No. 1,000!
You've been watching too much of the England women's team with their high scores. Anyway, I'm going to let you both enjoy the game. Thank you very much for joining me.
So we've got another women's rugby fan here. What's your name?
Daisy.
Daisy. And where are you from around here, or you're from up north supporting the Sharks?
No, I'm here supporting the Quins.
You're definitely. So you live around here?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Have you followed Harlequins throughout the season?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. So you've been to a lot of their games?
Yeah.
So how have you found it supporting them this season? They've done really well.
Yeah, they have. It's been really good supporting them. It's like a great atmosphere and just really good to see them win.
Do you play rugby yourself?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Is that one of the reasons why you come down to watch?
Yeah, and my coach plays for Harlequins.
Who's your coach?
Leanne Riley.
Leanne Riley. Okay. We've met a few fans today who Leanne's coach. What's she like as a coach?
She's really nice. She's really supportive and just a really nice person.
Yeah. So obviously you said that you've seen the Quins throughout the season. There's only a couple of games left. How do you think they'll do for their last 2 games to get towards the semi-final playoffs?
I definitely think that next week will be quite tough, but I think they'll get to the playoffs and then see from there.
Brilliant. And how do you think it will make a difference having a lot of the international players back today?
I think it will be a lot of help because obviously they're the really strong players, but all of their players are strong, so it should be good.
Absolutely. Fine. Right, I'm going to ask you don't have to give me the exact score, but I think I know the answer here. Who's going to win today?
Quins.
Brilliant. Well, enjoy the game. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Co-head coaches Karen Findlay and Gary Street have decided to recall the majority of the club's international stars into the matchday 22. These include Scotland forwards Jade Conkle and Deborah McCormack, and England players including Rachel Burford, Shauna Brown, Leanne Riley, Emily Scott, Abby Scott and Vicky Cornborough, although the latter is on the bench. There is still no powerful Ireland front row Leah Lyons, she's still out injured. Six Nations leading try scorer Jess Breach is rested, as we've said, having started every match for the Red Roses in the 2019 Women's Six Nations Slam. There are 2 debutants in the side. Bethany Wilcock is brought up from the Development 15 to make her debut in the senior side at left wing, and centre Charlie Wellbelove is set to make her first senior appearance as a game changer.
Sharks head of programme Justin Loveridge hands a debut to number 8 Amy Oro and winger Lindsay Jordan. Lucy Philbin and Abby Marriott could also make their debuts off the bench in what is a young Sharks squad. Flanker Kat Hobson continues an impressive run, having lined up for every game so far this season. Versatile back Kenny Thomas drops to the bench, as does winger Rosie Blount.
You got me down again.
Right, a really impressive win for Quins today, and I'm joined by two stars of the show. Absolutely proud today. Are you sending out a message?
Yeah, I think, coming back together as a group after having a few weeks off, we were just really focusing on us trying to get a really good performance. We are coming into the business end of the season, so ultimately we put in a good performance today. We're in good stead for next week and the coming 2 weeks.
And looking ahead to the game next week, it's going to be so important. Also, really important day, game change day, playing at Twickenham. Do for me, and just how excited are you for that?
Yeah, it should be a really good occasion. Having the crowd that we had, especially against Richmond last year, we're trying to repeat that and hopefully we can put on a good show and show everyone what we can do. Really.
And the crowd here today, it was a good crowd, really noisy, lots of support.
Yeah, it's really nice to have everyone down, especially when we can hear them. It's really good. It's really nice.
How will you prepare over the next week for that?
I think although the scoreline was good today, there were mistakes, probably a couple of too many handling errors, and they're just little bits that we need to work on and kind of just get back into our game, probably from having that break. So we'll look at it, we'll focus on us this week, not too much on anyone else. Just, we've got to build from this week, so take those mistakes out and hopefully get a better full 80-minute performance next week.
Just tell me a bit about the game changing thing. It's so important for women's rugby, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just sort of getting women's rugby out there, because I think we've got loads of different sports coming down and doing stands before the game, so it's basically just, we're trying to make it as a big event as we can. So, like we said earlier, what we can do really and why women's rugby is growing at the pace that it is, the development that it's had over the past couple of years, and just to keep on that upward trajectory really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm here with DMP Sharks head of programme, Justin Loveridge. Justin, not the result you wanted today.
No, not the result we wanted. We kept going to the end, but Harlequins were just too strong for us in terms of up front, and also they just moved the ball better into space than us.
At times, to be fair, although the score didn't reflect it, there were some really strong periods of defence. Surely you can take encouragement from that.
Yeah, we've tried to work a little bit more on our systems in terms of defence and our defensive alignment as well. When we did get it right, we got success from it, where there was a few mistakes from Harlequins we capitalised on, but there was just some little bits of detail moving on to the next player that just needs to be tightened up.
Sure. Listen, you came up against a side who had a raft of internationals that had just come back, many that had just won a Grand Slam in the Six Nations. They're playing for a second spot in the Tyrrell Premier 15s. Their aim is to win the whole league. How difficult is it for you to get your players mentally prepared for a game such as this one today?
I don't think it's difficult mentally, because our players want to play against the best in the league, and we've got to test yourself, and our players want to be at the top of the league. We're not there yet. There's a lot of building to do, but I think they relish coming up against these internationals because they want to be them. They want to be in their spot. So we've got a few internationals, ex-internationals ourselves, and they want to prove a point as well in that sense. So I don't think it's hard to motivate the players. I think it's just about the little details that go for you and against you in games.
Absolutely. And speaking of your players, you've got a lot of young players and a couple of debutants today. How did you think they get on?
Yeah, I thought Amy Ora done really well at 8. First game come from a local side, been on loan with us. Bit of baptism of fire coming into Quins, but I thought she carried the ball really well, putting some big hits and made a lot of yardage, and I thought she really impressed me. And then we had Abby Crowther coming in for her first start, so I thought she stood up well in defence. Tired a little bit to the end, but that was to be expected because of the level. But actually, I thought overall she done herself justice and showed she's got potential as a young player. So it's not all doom and gloom. We've got a lot of young players. This experience is going to hopefully make them better for the future and take us to the next level.
Absolutely, and you've got one more game left in the season.
Yeah.
What's your aim really for that last game?
5 points. There's just a simple for us is 5 points is to win that game. Worcester, I've heard at their first win, which is congratulations to them against Waterloo today. First win for 2 years, I think, or something like that. So we understand that they've built momentum. They'll probably want to finish off with a win. But equally, we want to go into next season with a win with our young side. And I believe if we get everything right, we'll do it.
And you're already planning ahead for next season?
Yeah, to plan ahead for next season, hopefully. Looking at a couple of signings and just looking to build on what we've done this year and add a little bit more detail in what we do and hopefully climb up the tables then.
Brilliant, fantastic. Well, listen, sorry again about today, but really look forward to seeing you guys next season.
Yeah, look, good luck to Harlequins. They were the better side on the day, and they won't be far off winning this tournament from the pressure they put on us today and what I've seen of them. So I imagine they'll be looking to take the title and get it back this year.
Great. Justin, brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time. Thank you.
So I'm here with Fiona Fletcher and Sam Voyle. Congratulations, ladies.
Thank you.
That was in tandem, really impressive. So first of all, I guess, it was a really big win. How important was it to send a message to the rest of the Tyrrell Premier 15s?
Yeah, I think it's really important for us to get a big win today, but I think the performance is more important than the scoreline. So we've got a few big games coming up. We've got a massive game next weekend at the Stoop, and then going into the playoffs. So we really wanted to get back together as a squad and put in a really good performance.
Fee just spoke about the performance there. How difficult is it when you're playing and you're so far ahead to keep up that level of performance? Because we've seen it in the past and some teams just sort of drift away.
Yeah. I think we all know we've got a job to do for 80 minutes, and we spoke a lot at half time about maintaining that for the next 40, and everyone knows they've got to do the job right to the end.
You have quite a lot of your international teammates that have come back recently. How important is it to have them back in the squad?
Yeah, it's been great to have them back at training this week, really lifting the intensity of training. But I think the past few weeks has really shown the strength of our squad and the depth we've got. We saw some people come up into the first team today who've been putting in some really good performances in the development team. So yeah, really good to push everyone along.
Absolutely. And has it been really strange having that big 2-month gap right in the middle for the Six Nations?
Yeah, it is a strange feeling, but I think, as you say, it gives opportunities to other players. It means the Six Nations players are coming back and they're up for it because they want the club shirt back on. So we're really pleased to have kind of the group back together, and we're really excited for the next couple of weeks.
And speaking of the next couple of weeks, we're talking about one more game left in the regular season, then a semi-final game and potentially a final. How far can this team go?
Well, we'd like to go all the way, but yeah, it's a bit of a cliche, but we've got to win the next game. Like Gloucester are going to be up for it next week, and then semi-finals are going to be tough no matter who we're against. So yeah, we want to win it, but we're set on that. But it's one game at a time.
Absolutely. And anything to add on that?
Yeah, just you're only as good as your last performance, so we've got to build week on week, and hopefully we'll get ourselves to the final.
Brilliant. Well, look, there's no award for player of the match, but definitely we think that you both had a cracking game. So congratulations and thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Hello, I am joined by Tamara Taylor. Tamara, 76-12 the final score, but can you take some positives from a Sharks perspective?
Yeah, I think you have to, otherwise you'd be really depressed by a scoreline like that. We scored 2 really good tries, one from the set piece and one from the backs moving it and working really hard off the ball. So those are our major positives. We just really struggled. All credit to Quins. They're a really good side. They got in behind us, they kept the momentum, and we just struggled to slow them down. I think the break for the Six Nations really kind of hit us quite hard. We didn't have as many games in that period, few development games, but quite a lot of those girls haven't played in a few weeks. They've been training, but you just kind of lose a little bit of match fitness, and that told with a very slow 40 minutes and a very hard second 40 minutes.
Yeah, so one game left. We're just having a chat with Justin, and he says he wants to go out with a win.
Yeah, that's the aim. We beat Worcester at the start of the season. It's got to be a game that we target. They've gone from strength to strength, so we've got a lot of work to do over the next 7 days. We will look back at the game, see what we did well, and try and work on those positives. It will be a completely different game against Worcester. They've got some really good backs and like to move the ball, but equally they're pretty strong in the forwards as well. So we'll be having a look at them, see how they got on today, and then one more game. It's all out, and then pre-season to look forward to.
Have you already started planning for next season and kind of looking at what's worked this year, what can be improved on?
Yeah, I think you have to. If you stopped and had a break and didn't think about it, you'd be doing the girls a disservice from a coaching point of view. So we're definitely looking ahead, seeing which players we're retaining, who we're looking to recruit, and another year in the Premiership of trying to work ourselves back in. We've got a really good group of players. We just haven't quite clicked together yet. So hopefully this pre-season it will be really important, but hopefully it'll just gel us that little bit more, get us on the front foot starting the season next year, and that'll make a big difference.
And disappointing result today, but it's been a special week for you. You've become the first women's rugby player to get a testimonial year. Congratulations, and what an achievement.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's quite exciting, a little bit scary. I had to do a speech on Wednesday at the launch of it, which was as terrifying as going out and playing an international, to be honest. So it starts in September, it goes from September to September, and we're supporting 3 charities. So Restart Rugby, who are the charity of the RPA, so they look after the England players who are transitioning out of international rugby or injured or in hardship. From a personal point of view, and a lot of my really close friends have used their services, and it's a really important charity that we need to keep looking after our elite players and making sure that they've got someone to go to when they need to. The other one is Women's Sports Trust. So they're absolutely awesome. They're across the board on sports, not just for rugby, and they're trying to work behind the scenes to influence the media and the organisations that have women's sports, and trying to just keep the momentum going, get it out there. People like you guys as well. That's kind of why I'm supporting them in this testimonial, is because the work that they do is awesome, and if we can raise a bit more awareness, raise a bit more cash, then they're just going to go from strength to strength. And the last one's Norda Robbins, so they're a music therapy charity. We have a big dinner in January that Victor Obogu organises, and they've chosen me as their player for the testimonial, which is amazing. And you need to look them up because they're awesome. They use music therapy for kids, adults, doesn't matter, anyone that's got sort of learning difficulties or sensory needs, and they do it all through music. So yeah, it's a really cool, different but really cool charity.
Amazing. So it's going to be really big for you next season. Hopefully big for the Sharks as well. Improve on how things have gone this year. And thanks a lot, Tamara, for talking to us. And we'll let you get inside now. Thank you.
Cheers.
So 76-12, the final score. Convincing performance from Quins going into the last game of the season. Sharks, first half was okay. They got a couple of tries. Second half, no.
Yeah, it all kind of fell apart really, didn't it? Listen, look, we said it was going to be an annihilation. It was.
Spot on again.
Again, I know. I need to stop being
too good at this.
Yeah, I know. But you're right. Sharks didn't play too badly in periods, but yeah, look, Quins have got so much quality all over the park. I would hate to be any team that comes up against them between now and the end of the season.
Well, the next team for them, Gloucester, such a big weekend for them. Next game at Twickenham Stoop. And it was actually a really nice atmosphere here today, so what's it going to be like at Twickenham Stoop?
It's going to be, the atmosphere is going to be amazing. I think they're looking for a record-breaking crowd for a Tyrrell Premier game, a domestic women's rugby game, so hopefully they'll get it, and hopefully we'll see another cracker of a game. Right, so thank you very much for watching. Shiv, you did it at the start, so I'll do the honours at the end. Please, thanks. Please make sure you are doing these 4 very simple things. Number 1, please just press the like button on this video. Number 2, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're watching us on YouTube, so you're there anyway. You might as well subscribe and get notifications when a video drops. Number 3, follow us on social media. The accounts are
at Women's Rugby Show, don't forget it.
And of course, number 4, please tell everyone.
Must.
Exactly, listen to Shiv, you must do it. Tell everyone about the Women's Rugby Show. We want to spread the word, and we want to help you see loads more women's rugby content. So for now, that's it from me.
And me, but we will see you soon with lots more content on the Women's Rugby Show.